at me, Damien. It's all for you.
I talked to friends of David Goldberg, and I suggested to them, hey, let's put together a video series, some way that I can communicate what I know and my knowledge and give people steps and a way out, and help them out. And we decided upon, we're going to do a video series. I told them I wanted it to be titled USA Genocide 2021 to 2025. And I think it'll be about 5 or 10 videos, and we're just going to walk through everything you need to know to get out, save your family, and get out of the control grid and prepare for the economic collapse that's coming to the Northern Hemisphere. Now, I say USA genocide, it really is. It's Canada, it's Western Europe, China. This is where they're going to institute the control grid. It's the Northern Hemisphere. It's where they got the underground bases. It's where they've got all the surveillance grid in place. It's where how do I put it? The whole world's going to change. And they've been planning this for decades, and you don't know about it because they control all of the YouTubers out there that you listen to, whether it's patriotic channels, QAnon, pro-Trump, Christian channels. You're not hearing about any of this. You're hearing about some of it, but that's the whole point of disinfo. Give you a little truth and give you some misdirection. That's why you don't hear about what I'm talking about. You don't hear about Project Cypher. You don't hear about Project Pogo. You don't hear about the TTIP program. You don't hear about what their plans are for the underground bases. You don't hear about the fact that they're going to take 12 to 15 million American patriots, Christians, God-fearing people who love America, atheists, agnostics too, anybody who's awake and aware, particularly of the Israel question, particularly if you have that knowledge. That's what David talked about in his final video. I hope you listen to it. They want you out of the picture. So they're going to take you underground to the underground bases. They're going to eliminate some of those people too, but the main plan is to take them to the underground bases. They're going to get rid of 12 to 15 million of these Americans, and they've already done 100,000 of them are gone. I talked about that in the last video too. That's part of Project Cypher. There's a bigger project going on here. I don't know the name of that project, but I have hints, I have signs, I have my military insider giving me ideas of what they're doing. There's a bigger project for everybody else who's going to be above ground, 340 million Americans that are left. When this economic collapse happens, everybody's going to line up at the military garrisons, at the military outposts to get food, and they are going to be microchipped. Not you, not me, because we're not part of the average American. We're different. We're informed. We're awake. We're the people that are going to put us down in the underground bases. Not me, because I left. But for everybody else, you guys are going underground. But for everybody else up top, above ground, there's another plan for them, and that is they're going to take the microchip during this economic calamity. Now, there's going to be an economic rebirth after that, after 2025. And preceding that a little bit, the economy in America will recover. They're not going to destroy the country, but this is a transition to a new world. And it is a world that is pure hell. So I'm trying to paint a picture here for you so you understand what's really going on. There are disinfo channels. Almost every single one of them is controlled. Christian channels, pro-Trump, QAnon, patriotic, prepper channels, they're all telling you the same thing. They're all telling you the same thing. What's that? Stay in the United States. Remain a sitting duck. Don't go anywhere, because somehow your guns are going to save you. They're going to protect you. And if they don't, well, you'll go to heaven if you die. That's the message. And that is total deception, that you are being completely deceived. So that's part of the project. It's part of Project Pogo. It's, get all these disinfo channels out there pumping Americans full of this garbage about how, stay here, prep, get your guns, defend the homeland. Total garbage. That's like saying stay and defend Sodom and Gomorrah. There's nothing to save. America is gone. And you are either going to be dead or you're going to be in the underground base when this is all said and done, because they're going to send a drone to your home. It's going to drill a little hole in the window. It's going to fly into your house. It's going to shoot a little dart into you and your family while you're sleeping. And it's going to send a little burst of a compound called scopolamine right into your face. Scopolamine right into your face. And it's going to send out some electronic signals, and it's all going to work together in unison, and you're going to rise right up out of your bed in a hypnotic state, and you're going to walk right out of your home with your family of your own will while you're in a hypnotic state with a little drone flying above your head controlling you, and you're going to walk right into a van at night, a bus waiting for you. And you're going to get in that van or that bus calmly, quietly, of your own free will, or so it would appear. And they're going to drive you to the underground base, and they're going to put you in a cage, and then they're going to remove your limbs one by one very slowly without anesthesia, and they're going to extract the adrenochrome that your body creates during that trauma. If you don't know what adrenochrome is, I instructed the friends of David Goldberg to put up a screen that I took, and it should be on the screen right now. That's adrenochrome. That is basically the nectar of these Satanists and the elites, and they want more of it. They're going to take 12 to 15 million of you, patriots, Christians, anybody who's awake and aware. They know who you are through the TTID program. You can't hide. The American surveillance grid is bar none the most advanced in the world. They know everything you're doing. They know what you're thinking, breathing, eating. They know where you are at all times. They are going to put you down there. They're going to take your limbs off one by one. They're going to extract the adrenochrome. This is a compound that's produced by your body under trauma. Do you understand what I just said? When you have physical trauma, your body produces this hormone called adrenochrome. And the elites, the nectar of the elites, and the only way to get it is to traumatize a human being physically. And that's what they're going to do to you down there underground. You have underground bases all over the country, and I'll talk more about that. They're going to extract this, and then they're going to traumatize you emotionally, mentally, physically, forever. Because they have machines that can keep you alive for hundreds of years, thousands of years. Why would they want to do all that? Because they want to create hell on earth. Because they know you have an escape plan, and that is to die and go to heaven. Do you think they're stupid? Do you think they didn't figure that one out? You don't get out that easy. They realize, you know what? All these Christians believe they're going to go to heaven if we get to them. We're not going to give them that opportunity. We're going to put them underground in a cage. We're going to keep them alive. We have the technology to do it. And we're going to keep them alive as long as we can. It could be 1,000 years. And the rapture doctrine is a false doctrine. Get the rapture out of your mind. It's not biblical. Now, I'm a Christian. I'm not going to preach to you. If you're an agnostic and atheist listening right now, all of this applies to you. Why does it apply to you? Because the elites, the people in a little country over in the Middle East who I shall not name, but you can figure out who that is, they believe this. So if you're an atheist and agnostic and you don't believe in any of the so-called woo-woo or the religion aspect of it, that's fine. But they believe it. The elites believe in it. They're satanic. They believe it. So if you don't believe it, it's irrelevant. They're going to implement these things anyway. And you are going to be a target, and you're going to go to the underground base too. They're targeting anybody who has any kind of spiritual awareness, any kind of awareness of what's going on. Doesn't matter if you're a Christian or not. The Christians are going to be a main target. That's what's going to happen to the 12 to 15 million Americans that are awake and aware that they've been using Project Pogo and the TTID program to identify. Your guns aren't going to save you. Your bug out location isn't going to save you. Your guns are sticks. They have no interest in banning guns. In fact, they wanted to encourage Americans to buy guns because it is a false sense of security. If they wanted to ban guns, they would have been gone a long time ago. They initially wanted to ban them decades ago until they realized our technology is advancing to the point that the guns don't pose any threat to what we're trying to do. Do you understand? The technology is advancing to the point that the Americans and their guns, that ain't going to stop us. How is your gun going to stop a little drone that drills a hole into your window and flies in, shoots a puff of scopolamine into your face, and then electronically hypnotizes you to walk out of your house? How's a gun going to work? Not a single shot's going to be fired through that entire scenario. They know that. But they also know this: if we can get all the Americans deceived and believing that the guns can protect them, and believing if they go out in a blaze of glory, they're going straight to heaven, now we have total control. So instead of them taking the guns, there's more guns in America than ever before. People have more guns in their homes than ever before. Nobody's taking the guns. They could have. They don't want to. They want you to believe that your guns are going to protect you and that you're going to stay put in the American control grid and not leave. The last thing they want is for you to do what I did with my family and get out. That's the last thing they want. That's why every disinfo channel, every fake patriot channel is telling you to stay put like a sitting duck, because you're going to end up underground, tortured for 1,000 years. I hope that paints a picture of what's happening. I'm here to help you.